Good morning, and for those who wondered, yeah, the plan's still okay today, and I am here today in Wastwater Head, which is a nice National Trust site at the top of Wasdale, which I'll show you in a minute, and it's also the starting point for most people, well, probably about half the people, going up Scorfell Pike. There's lots of cars there full of people going up Scorfell Pike. I, however, am being different, contrary, and not feeling like walking up a very big mountain, so I'm going to go up this one instead. That there is Illgill Head, and that is Wastwater, and the hill you can see there is Barrow, which I did, that's the other side of it, which I did a few weeks ago. So yeah, you start for this one from Illgill Head car park. Remember kids, join the National Trust and you can park there all day for free. And then path leads out the top of the car park along the side here. Most people will be veering off to the left, off west, which takes them up towards Mill Call eventually, and then up Scorfell Pike. You can see those people up there doing that. My route goes right, I think, probably following that path up by the wall, and then up to the top, Illgill Hill there, Illgill Head. As you can see, it's a bit rainy. Forecast says this is going to pass, but this is the Lake District, so we'll see. But hopefully by the time I get up there, because you know me, I'm not quick, that cloud will have started to lift off. We'll have some great views. Let's go find out. See that? Scorfell's up there, I think my brother's confused now. No, that's Wasdale Head up there, sorry. That's the Scorfell range up here. Yes, you come across there, you come up from Wasdale Head, that's the side of Lingmill. There's a big valley, and then Scorfell Pike and Scorfell are up there in the mist at the moment. And the rain's coming down a bit harder, so I'm going to actually have to stop and pop my jacket on. An hour into the walk, let's see how far we've gone, about 2 kilometres total. We're up to about 350 metres, so 250 more to the top, which is somewhere up there behind me. I'll show you the view. We found a nice little rock to sit on. There's a few scattered up here actually on the side, what's called glacial erratics. There's big boulders that got dumped when the glaciers drift. Anyway, here's the view down to Wasdale Head. You can't see the lake shores, you can't see exactly where it came from, but you can see that over there is Yew Barrow, and there's Kirkfell, and behind that you can't see in the mist is Great Gable. That shoulder there is going up towards Lingmel. You've got the valley going up there which leads you up towards Scawfell Pike. So in the mist over there is Scawfell. Can't remember the name of that tarn. And yeah, it's a long ridge that leads up to Scawfell. So one of those is, I think it's that there behind the mist. It's Slight Side. I don't think that is it. I can't remember the name of it though. But you can see down there the path I came up on. You can see where if I just sort of, let's see, I think it comes in here, where these trees are here. It's so precise, so dramatic, and yeah, you can see along there's the path that comes around. It's starting to come towards here and then becomes sort of mostly grassy path coming up here. But the path also carries on along there, and you can actually see someone down there walking on it. Maybe I can. Don't know if it's going to show up on the camera. A very small stick figure. That's the main route between Wasdale and Eskdale. There's no road directly between them, and so then you go all the way along here and down there, and you're into Eskdale. And that path is one that has been there for hundreds of years in some form or other. A, because it is the main path between the two valleys. It's the easiest way between them, other than, you know, going all the way down, going all the way back up. But also because down in Wasdale Head, that's it, if I get this right, the church down in Wasdale Head is what they call the Mother Church for Eskdale. So when people died, they had to be buried in Wasdale, even if they lived in Eskdale. For instance, so for a long time, if you died, you were carried across here for your funeral in Wasdale, and so this is one of many roads known as corpse roads, because that's one of the reasons they were used. I don't think, you know, there's a sort of myth that, oh yeah, that's all they were ever used for. It's obviously not, because it is just very, you know, it is the best way between the two valleys, and people would have gone back and forth between them, and sheep and cows and whatever would have been traded between them and everything else. But you can just see that path there. One day I'll go and do that one, but today I decided to go up. It's not quite the summit. It may not be there's past the road onto it. So we're almost there. I've got a map, that's how I'm going roughly. And there's no big drops around here, I've checked the map for that. So it's just a case of, yeah, plodding on in the mist. Here we are, summit of Illgill Head. Absolutely no views around. See around there. There's this nice little summit cairn shelter. So what I'm going to do is take a break for a bit. So my original plan was to carry on from here, coming down that way, just come up from that way, and go to Wainwrights, which is next in the chain along here, come down the side of there, and then come back along Wastwater. Don't know if it's going to be that good for doing a ridge walk in, I'll show you, hang on. That's where I'll be going, so probably not. safe to do that, especially when the drop down one side is Wastwater Screed. Here's the view from the top at the moment. Thrilling, isn't it? This is why we climb mountains for, the great views. But what I'm going to do is, because I don't think I'm too far into the clouds at the moment. I was only really getting into them from about 550, and we're now at, I think, 609 this summit. So, and I have looked like they've been lifting. You can see some sun breaking through and blue skies occasionally. So I'm going to stop here absolutely to eat and a drink, have a bit of a break for 20 minutes or so, and see if the cloud lifts. And if it does, then I'm going to carry on to Winrig. If it doesn't, then I'm going to head back down to Wasdale. I might see if I can get a slightly different path coming down, brings you a bit further up on the Esdale path, so I might be able to get to that tarn there and have some views down to Esdale, because it's very nice. Yeah, once you're down below the clouds, it's quite nice. But like I said, I'm going to take a break, as to eat, so I'll see you in a bit. Okay, as you can see, my optimism did not play out, and the clouds didn't lift, so I am heading back down. I'm pretty much the way I came up. I think there is another path. I can't quite see where it would be, or I can see roughly where it would be. I'm not quite sure where it is on the ground, and you know, it's not a good idea to be wandering around looking for paths in the vague hope something will show up. So I'm coming down the way I came up, and yeah, we'll just head back down into Wasdale. May have been wrong actually, the clouds have actually been dropping a bit more. But we'll carry on back down to Wasdale and get some more pressure on the way. Here's how it looks at the moment. There you are, lovely views. Suddenly, it's changed like 30 seconds. You drop out the clouds, you can see actually how it's going now, this coming over there. You just reach the bottom of the cloud, come out, and you get these fantastic views. And then they go away again. But I do know I'm on the right way. So that's the good thing, I can see Wastwater just about down there in Wasdale. So, let's carry on down. Okay, this feels a bit famous last words and the sort of thing they find on my phone when they dig at my body. But this path here, this is where I came up. You can see that gap in the wall, I came through there. You follow the wall down there and joins the path down there. But looking here and on the map, this is where that joins up with another path, which I'm pretty sure is this. I don't think this is just a sheep path, because you can track it down there and you can see another path just where the sheep are, behind where the sheep are. Obviously they're on that bit of path, but then in the valley behind them there's a path going across there, which then joins up with the Corpse Road and drops down into Wasdale. And because I like keeping things interesting and not doing the same route out and back, I'm going to take that one. So when they find my body, that's the mistake. Okay, so we've come all the way down the side and we're now back on the Corpse Road. You can see behind me is Esdale. I don't know if I hold it up, you can see there is the little tarn in there. To get some video, I think further up. It's called Burnmore Tarn. Just lovely. I didn't walk all the way out to there, but I'll just flip it around. So here we are. This is that's the side of Illgill Head, and you can see a couple of paths coming down. Sort of this one here, I think, is the one I just came down, and over here, so accurate. Over here's the one I went up on. Well, yeah, just walk down to here and then come back to the old Corpse Road here. It's a bit flooded in this part, and some of it along here is a bit boggy. But yeah, so come down here, then there's Barrow over there, Kirkfell, Tordling Mill and Wasdale, Stayhead Tarn, Stayhead Passage up there, Mosedale straight ahead. But yeah, lovely views from up here. And like I said, when you drop down beneath the clouds, suddenly everything changes. But it is that fantastic experience of actually walking up into the clouds as well that it's good. Unfortunately today I wasn't going anywhere high enough to walk out of the clouds to the other side, which can be really spectacular. It's quite rare around here, that actually. But you can sometimes get nice cloud inversions. But yeah, if we go over there towards Newbarrow, you've just got that little bit of cloud clinging to the summit over there. Right, I'm going to find my way around this little flooded bit and then we'll descend into Wasdale. Descend was when I was saying back then, I was joking. Oh no, this is dangerous route, because it wasn't. I could tell, I'd looked at the map properly, I looked on the way off to be sure, because that was the thing I'd checked on the way, was to make sure there weren't any, looking on the map for any unexpected crags or cliffs or things you might stumble into. It's a perfectly good path suddenly turns into not a very good one. But I think that is something to be aware of and try to be aware of when I'm walking. One of the problems is especially if you have a long walk and you're really tired at the end of it, you can start making mistakes and think, oh, just go there, it sounds simple. So it's always, especially I think coming down, because going up, you know where you go, you're heading upwards. If a route doesn't work, it's easy enough to backtrack and try something else. When you're coming down, you can end up sort of coming down something a bit steep, thinking, oh, that wasn't right, but then it's really hard, it's hard or maybe even impossible to get back up. And it's just as we get down towards the bottom, the clouds have lifted. So maybe if I'd waited up there an hour or so. Around to say completely clear up there now. So maybe I shouldn't have been so organised today and got out so early. There's a lesson to you: sleep in, get the better weather. But up there, you see, there's the Illgill Ridge, and then that crag at the top there is Seascale Pike. The bit on the left there, I think, is the highest point. I don't know if you can see any people, but yeah, you go all the way up to here, Illgill Coal. You can go left and go up Illgill, right, which about 1% of people do, or 99% go right, and you go to Seascale Pike, the highest point in England. And then over there is Great Gable, Kirkfell, Newbarrow, and then right down the lake. And we just got this little bit now to wander down here back to the car park. Right, back in the van, all done. Lovely walk that. It's getting nice and sunny out there now, of course. Yeah, like I said, should have left later, shouldn't have been too organised for once. There we go. No, it was a really nice walk. Yeah, it would be nicer to do in the long one, but you know, did take me quite a bit doing that. So, but I can always come back, do it another time, hopefully get better with the weather. Do the big loop, see more sights. But yeah, it was good to get out, good to have a walk, good to see everything around, get some fresh air, a move. And now I'm not going straight back home because I've got another idea, somewhere to go and get something to eat. And well, I'll tell you about that when I get there. From Illgill Head, so let's go onto the coast, and it's amazing views out here. It's just this massive long beach, almost no one on it. I can guess you can see why there's no one on it. It might be a nice sunny day, but it's not really the sort of sea you might want to go and swim in, and that wind is rather strong. I'm standing on the big slipway they've got here now. So yeah, looking at there, all the way up the beach there, you've got in the distance, yeah, that's St Bees Head in the distance there. There's that. St Bees Head around there. That's, oh, my finger can you focus there. Then there's Sellafield, all the way on the village. Looks like a Rio. Again, I'd love to know some of the history of it. Wow, that's class. And then the beach carries on all the way down there, and then that's Black Combe rising in the distance, and of course looming in the grey is the Isle of Man. But yeah, never been here before that I can remember. May have done when I was younger. Don't recall it, but wow, it's, you know, big open beach and nature and everything, and just those clouds billowing up there, it's beautiful. And in about 10 minutes I'll be able to show you the other reason I came here, he says mysteriously. Just one small haddock and chips meal with curry sauce. Oh my, those are good chips. So anyway, I saw a rave review for that place sold at the weekend, and so I thought, oh, I need to go down there. And so when I was in Wasdale today, I saw Seascale isn't that far away, so let's pop down there and give it a try. And well, so far, chips taste great. Right, I'm going to have to put the camera away because it's very windy. I'll give you a review as soon as I can. Okay, quick first taste review is, oh my god, this is so good. Curry sauce. It's just like, it's nuclear yellow. It's got God knows how much turmeric in it to get that colour, but that, you know, proper curry sauce colour. There's no, let's try and make it look natural and wholesome. A really rich flavour. Chips are great, and the fish. I'll show you a bit crispy and batter. It's really light and crispy batter. Well cooked fish. And again, sorry. I don't even know if you can hear me over the wind with this, but wow, this is so good. I'm going to have to put the fan down. There you are, that's all that's left. Oh, that was so good. Oh, so yeah, definitely recommend salt at Seascale. Give it a try, it's fun. Best place out really. The best time to have fish and chips is after you've had a good day out somewhere, you're walking, you know, tired, quite hungry. Sit outside, eat your fish and chips. Fresh air just, I think, elevates them, but also you want them as fresh as you can, so you want to, you know, chip shop by a nice place to eat them, and that's what you've got here. You can get chips, 30 seconds walk down to the front, sit and eat them watching the sea and the Isle of Man and everything else. So yeah, so it wasn't the huge long walk I really wanted to do today, but Illgill Head was really nice, and I'm sure I'll go back up there just to get the views in properly. But it's lovely, it was a nice day out, good exercise, lovely scenery around there. You know, Wasdale and Wastwater is just so beautiful. It's so green at the moment, and you know, all those waterfalls, and then yeah, perfect end to it. And what I'd say is, if you're watching this, if you're planning on doing Scafell Pike or anything like that in the future, look at your timings. That's only open Wednesdays to Sundays, mostly in the evenings. Check their times, you can find them online. But I'm just having that thought, if I'd done Scafell Pike or something, it's only half an hour down to here. They've got a nice, you can sit in there, or you can get a great big portion of chips and fish and chips and sit out on the seafront watching that. That's a perfect way to relax after having a big long walk. So maybe one of these days I'll do that, but for now it's time to head home.